All right. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to another edition of the Lang Trading Chat Room. It is May 5th, 2023. Hope you guys had a spectacular day yesterday. Ready to get back at it again today. So, as always, if you're new to me with something like this, I'm going to start off with the market bias, take a look at the SPY and the QQQ, determine which way we think the market's going to head today. After that, we're going to take a look at the watch list on the right-hand side of the screen here. Once we review that list, it will be time to start day trading. So that is what we're doing here. We are going to be day trading stocks. We will be day trading this list. If you guys have any questions, comments, want to know what I'm doing, figure out anything like that, make sure you are asking that in the chat log. I will get right to it. As another thing, I want you guys to make sure you're doing, make sure you're practicing that proper money management. I mean, we say it every day. I'm never going to stop saying it. Make sure you guys practice that proper money management. It's the only way to actually make it in this business and not be a gambler. So if you need help figuring out how to do the money management, how to build a trading plan, any of that good stuff, make sure you join the Lang Trading Discord and the link in the link in the description below. If you need any other questions or anything, you can always shoot me an email. But make sure you check out that Discord. Got some good resources in there. Great spot to get some personalized feedback, some personalized help. So make sure you check it out. Like I said, it is a free resource, so you're not losing anything by joining that. So with that, let's get going, guys. So SPY and Qs both gapping up just a little bit. So a little bit of a divergence in the markets yesterday. SPY actually had a red day. Qs just a little bit positive. So the small gap up, we are looking a little bit bullish here, guys. Definitely on the Qs. We're above the resistance area we need to be. We're still into that nice big void. So looking a little bit higher on this Qs. SPY, same sort of thing, but we're not in that void yet. You see on this, probably the 15 minute does the best job of it. You can see we got this resistance right here at 414. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 times we try to get over 414, haven't been able to do it. So definitely going to be an area of resistance on the SPY. If we do get over that spot, we should see up to about 417. That's the next area where we have to worry about getting into some junk. See on this hourly chart, we got this pivot up here at 417, 418. So we do have room to go on the SPY if we get over that 414, but we are going to need to do that before. So we'll see how bullish this market actually is once we open. Kind of going to go with, I'm leaning towards the bullish side for sure, but not set in stone on that. I'm going to kind of go with a wait and see if this market actually is able to get over 414 and then some. So leaning bullish, but not dead set on that just yet. First idea on the list is Tesla. So Tesla gapping up over this nice little 4-day consolidation right underneath this gap fill up to like 176. So we're coming into that area of resistance. We got the 200 period moving average on the hourly chart as well. So we do have some issues with the Tesla. It's not in a clear void by any means, but maybe we can run it up to like 180 or something. Not my guys. I'm gonna be honest with you. This list is not that great. This is not a super great watch list. I was putting it together this morning. I was really kind of grasping at straws. I mean, my short screener didn't even have anything on it. I had to like modify my short screener to get some stuff. Yeah, no matches on the short side. So only had like what was it, like 6, 7 ideas on the long side. Let's see here. I guess there's 18 ideas. So a little more now, but. Yeah, I was struggling to get ideas here, guys. There's really not a whole lot of great gaps. Tesla's really the only stock that's actually gapping up with some volume. And I mean, like we just said a minute ago, it's not that great. It's gapping into resistance, has a lot of junk. So we'll keep an eye on it, but not my favorite idea. This next idea, net, another one. A lot of these are low volume too. I couldn't find anything with a ton of volume. So a couple of these aren't doing huge volume in the pre-market. This one's actually doing a little better than some. We've got 200,000 shares, so we can trade net up to that like $55 area. Got the gap fill up here, got some moving averages and stuff. So we're still going to watch this. Kind of a carryover idea from the past few days. We've had this on the list, so you can keep an eye on this. It does have room up to that like 52 to 55 area. So keep an eye on the net. Next up is Facebook. So gapping up just a little bit. If the market ends up getting over that 414 spot and goes higher, I think Facebook might be a nice spot to be in. Gets over this little 238 shelf right here, you can see on the hourly chart. Should have room up to that high at like 242, 243 ish. So we'll keep an eye on this one. You can really watch the whole Fat Man list: Apple, Facebook, Tesla, Nvidia, Amazon. Really, if any of them, if the market gets going higher, you can watch any of these for a move on the long side. But these were the ones that I thought had the best chance of doing so. Apple actually doesn't look too bad. Like I said, gets over that resistance at the high from yesterday, like 174, 175 ish. Keep an eye on this one for a long trade. Those are all going to be, like I said, very market dependent. If the market's not going higher, I'm going to be having a hard time taking any of those longs. So, short ideas though. First idea is UPS. Actually, I only had two short ideas, so not a whole lot on the short side. So I had UPS is actually a really nice short gap in a downtrend. Got into a nice void. It's just doing crap for volume, guys. It has 500 shares in the pre-market, so that's going to be really tough to trade that. So yeah, it might before the market even's open, this thing could be back up to 170 or so. So keep an eye on it. If it actually does end up going lower with some more volume, I like it, but really going to need to see that volume come in there on UPS. Same thing on the Nike here, guys. A little bit more volume. It's got 10,000 shares, so it's a little bit better, but still would like to see a little more volume come in this thing. It does have room to drop. Like you said, this hourly chart should have room all the way down to about like 119-ish realistically. So not a bad idea on the Nike. We'll watch it. Definitely going to watch it. Probably the best short idea we got. I mean, if UPS had volume, it would be better, but it doesn't have that volume, so I can't count on that one at the moment. But Nike does not look too bad. It is gapping under a couple pivots and stuff with some room to drop. So we will keep an eye on the Nike for a short position. Next up, we have CMCSA. This thing's kind of forming like a daily buy setup. So it ran up, pulled right back to that 50% retracement area, right at that previous level of resistance. So, I mean, another one, low volume. It's only doing 5,000 shares in the pre-market. If you get over this like 40, 70, 40, 80 area, I like it. We'll keep an eye on it, but I'm not really going to touch it until it's over that area. And even once it gets over 40, 80, it has some junk, guys. So, I mean, this list, man, it's going to be a grinder today. Almost one of those go back to bed type of days, but nonetheless, we'll try to find something to trade. We always almost do. So this LTHN, not a terrible idea. A little bit extended. It's up like 4 or 5 days in a row. Not a ton of rest. Hourly doesn't look as bad. You see it ran up here, kind of consolidated. So we'll watch this one for a move over 26. It does have that flat 200 period moving average right there. So it's going to struggle to get over that. But if we get up to up and over 26 with a pattern, will be tradable. So watch that one. BMY, well, it was gapping up in the pre-market. Now it is gapping down, so that's off the list. CL, this is not a bad trade. Another one with very low volume, 219 shares, so nothing on the volume. But if it gets some volume and gets going over that high at 82, I do like it. So keep an eye on that one. And then looks like I'm throwing Invax on the list. Looks like Invax made the cut. All right, there we go. So Invax, this one, God, there's not much to do with Invax, guys. All right, we're gonna go. Market's open. That's the list. We're gonna send it. Worst case scenario, we don't take a trade today. No, nothing in the world. So we'll see if we can't find something here. But I mean, at the moment, I really don't like this list a lot, guys. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna be completely dead honest. This isn't a great gap list. Some mornings we have a list, we have some nice gaps, good stuff, but this is not one of those mornings. This is not one of those mornings. Apple looks like the best thing out. But I mean, Apple's gonna need to do work. I'm not trusting Apple. Where are all these random lines coming from? What the hell? Like, I have lines on my hourly chart that are not on my daily. It's weird, but yeah, so Apple's going to need to get up to 174.59. So it's got a little bit of work to do there. 15-minute, look at this little buy setup forming. Not a bad idea, but again, that's obviously not my cup of tea, not my type of trade. Nike's not looking too bad. It's putting in some good volume right off the open, so that is a good thing. Still got some pretty solid range. See, what is this double? I got two lines here, no lines there. What the heck? My lines are getting messed up. I'm deleting any line that's not there on every chart. Bam. Gotta clean these charts up, guys. Getting some spaghetti charts or something. Oh, ugly. All right, so yeah, Nike looking like the best short idea. Apple's looking like the best long. Tesla is not doing much. Meta, both pulling back. There's UPS moving down quite a bit. I think it's not a ton. So again, this thing needs more volume. Needs more volume on UPS. It just got a little bit, but we're going to need a lot more than that. CMCSA is chopping around. LTHM lower. CO is hanging out. All right, yeah, so kind of as expected. Not a whole lot to do here, guys. We can watch Apple. Apple's the strongest thing on my list. It's not even really close. So watch the Apple. Watch Apple. SPY and Q's both moving higher. SPY's straight green bars, so or Q's are green bars. SPY's kind of chopping around, but still trying to go higher. And if we get over 414 on the SPY, I do think we have a decently bullish day today. And based on this daily chart, I am leaning towards the bullish side. We came down, tried to break out of resistance or support twice, went right back up, came down again, right back up. We've been putting in some big bottoming tails, so buyers are stepping up at the moment. At least that's what the chart's telling me. Tesla's back up to high today, so you can watch this one too. Tesla's not horrible, guys. Probably made it sound worse than it is in the pre-market. I mean, it's not great. Don't get me wrong, it's not great, but would not be surprised if Tesla hit 180 today. So we'll keep an eye on it, but yeah, just stay patient there. UPS is looking lower, but it's got a 20-cent spread, so 40-cent stop loss, 20-cent spread. Good luck with that one. All right. So yeah, guys, really watching the Apple. This is the only thing on my list that even is interesting. I guess Facebook's not doing bad. Facebook's moving on up. Facebook's another one. It's going to need to clear resistance before I'm into it. So got to get over that 238 area. Over 238, I like Facebook, but nothing until it gets there. Nike's not looking too bad just yet. I mean, if it comes down here and gives us a little bit of a breakdown, may consider that. Give it, if you want to go high today, might give it a 60-cent stop loss and be okay. So yeah, keep an eye on that Nike. Keep an eye on Nike under low today. And it's moving down right here, so looks like we're not going to get a chance for that one just yet. UPS is moving back up. Good thing I did have one more short idea, actually. Adobe. Not doing too bad, I suppose. Maybe we could watch that. I might go to watch the Adobe. Why not throw it on the lid? So I don't have anything else to look at. Whew. There's Meta rolling over. Damn. Damn. Look at that Marcus. Absolute chop. Wow. Qs are a little bit stronger, but still got some chop going on. Well, you guys got anything to trade? If not, I'm gonna go ahead and call it a day. Go back to bed. I'm kidding, man. I'm not done yet, but man, it feels that way. How you doing, Hamid? How you doing, man? You got anything interesting going on? I don't. These markets are. It's not really the market today. The market's not too bad. It's the list, man. I don't have a whole lot on my list. Look at Apple rolling over now. Rolling over. Casey, you got anything for me? Got anything going on? Man, I'm not gonna lie, guys. This looks to be a sit on hands day. I don't want to call it too early. I don't want to throw in the towel that just yet, but the way we're trading, the way it's going at the moment, 5 minutes into the day, if I was a betting man, I'd be placing some money on sit on hands day. Yeah, well, there we go. Casey's got something for us to do. Truck. What is this? Trupanion? Short. What is this? Banking kind of finance stock. All right, so going short right here, 22. Definitely in a downtrend. Definitely nice weak stock, lower lows, lower highs. So looking good there. 22 stop loss at 24. So a little bit on the tighter stop loss. Looks like one of your day trades almost. 24.45. So you don't have a whole lot of protection. This thing is down a little bit, so if it bounced up, you might get tagged out of that. But target's down in the guys. Tesla looks a little bit higher. I want to keep an eye on Tesla. But I mean, your target's in a good spot. It is just a little bit, a couple days down. So if it bounced up, wouldn't be a huge surprise. Guys, this Tesla over high of the day. I'm thinking about going with it. $1.13 stop. It's going right here. See, that Tesla wasn't a horrible idea, but again, another one where I'm like, I'm not sold on it, guys. The pattern, yes, the 1 minute pattern looks like a nice clean breakout. As soon as you go any higher, go to the hourly chart, it's like, oh, so you have a moving average right there. You have a pivot right there. You have another pivot that you're dealing with right there. Like, you are at multiple pivots of resistance. I mean, yes, that 1 minute breakout was there. It did not look bad. I'm glad I wasn't able to rush into this because the multi-time frame analysis would have kept me out. This is not. It's just not a high odds trade, guy. We're pattern based. We're odds based traders. What we're doing here is trying to stack the odds in our favor. This right here, buying a stock under 1, 2, 3, 4 areas of resistance, 4 pivots of resistance. That's just not a high odds move, guys. It's just not a high odds move. So just stay patient today. Don't rush into these. Look at that. Holy shit. I was looking at this. I probably would have got the 113 stop. Maybe you give it 150. It would have tagged out the 113 with ease. I'm probably going to tag out the 152. My goodness, guys. Be careful today. Be careful today. Do not force any trades. Look at Apple, completely rolled over. Look at Facebook, completely rolled over. SPY, Qs, all of them. All of them. Man, I say it all the time. Sometimes the best way to make money is to not lose it. Sometimes the best way to make it is just to sit on your hands and not lose it. Guys, this Nike sell setup is probably the best thing I see right here. I'll get a 50, maybe 80 cent stop if you want. It does have some range. It is doing pretty good volume. So I'm going to keep my eye on that Nike sell setup. But like I said a minute ago, I'm not going to be rushing into anything here. Nothing. I need confirmation on whatever I'm doing. Guys, Adobe's looking pretty weak. So we can keep an eye on the Adobe. Markets are kind of rolling over here a little bit. So and Nike's the only thing really on my list. I mean, it should have room down to that 119 area, bouncing at 120. It should have room to 119. There's a lot of junk there, so it's not a clear void. So might be careful with Nike. And we are quite a few days down too, so yeah, Nike sell setup might be a little bit tough there. It looks like it's going to end up going higher anyway, so we're not going to have to worry about that. If Tesla chops around and gives me a pattern on like a 5 minute, I would maybe consider it. Might consider it then. So now we do have a shakeout. We do have a little bit more confirmation of buyers here. So improves the trade a little bit. But this 1 minute stuff is probably not going to cut it. I want to see. Let's see the 5 minute actually do something. If we chop around under 177 on the 5, that's a different story. Like we're not going to even get that. So, like I said, man, looking like a little bit of a tough day. And too many times, traders think that if they're not trading, they're not making money, but it's just not true. Like I said, sometimes the best way to make it is just to not lose it. So, like knowing when the environment is right and when it's not right, it's one of the biggest things to know as a trader. When the market's hot and it's in a giving mood, you got to send it. You got to take the trade, send it, send it, send it. When it's chopping around and it's not giving you anything, sit back, wait, watch. You're not forced to trade. Nobody's forcing you to take a trade today. So just relax. If we get a good setup, we'll take it. If we don't, so be it. We'll come back next week and we'll get after it again. No harm, no foul. God damn, this list is awful though. Awful. Keep an eye on Adobe, potentially. Adobe. I'm gonna watch CL as well, I suppose. CL is not too bad. The net is moving. The net's making a nice big run up, so looking pretty solid on the net. Breaking out over this range from yesterday. So yeah, keep an eye on that NET. NET is not looking too bad. Looking like one of the stronger stocks out. Tesla continuing to grind up here. SPY and Qs are SPY's at high today, so SPY's. I think we're going to try to get over 414 today. I think it's going to try. Whether we do it or not, I don't know, but I think we do get there, and it does test it. Qs are very choppy. So that net had a nice little pop there. Still got some good range too, though, so not done on the net just yet. Don't see much else right now. Yeah, you can watch CL over 81, 83. You can keep an eye on it. Needs to do a little bit more work there. Invex, I don't even know why did I put that on my list, guys? It's not even a good stock. I thought maybe this was it's not even a buy setup. This is one big bar up and a bunch of red bars down. So Invex is, yeah, I should probably just take it off the list. But I like to have a full list, so we'll keep it. All right. Oh man. It's only 15 minutes into the day. Oh, Atlanta. Oh goodness, guys, this is gonna be a long one, isn't it? It's gonna be a grinder. You can watch Tesla higher. Guys, man. Net over high of the day potentially. Tesla over high of the day. Now it's a little bit more. Got over these pivots a little bit better. The 176 area. Got over this moving average a little bit more. So you do have a little more confirmation here. You're still under that pivot at 177.50. But you do have a little bit more confirmation of buyers there on Tesla. So you can keep an eye on that one. Keep an eye on Tesla over high of the day. You can watch net as well. If it gives us a pattern up here. Let's see what else. I don't see much else, guys. Apple and Facebook both not looking great. UPS and Nike both moving up here as well. CNCSA's junk. we can keep an eye on CL, I suppose. Invax is junk. You can watch Adobe. Yeah, all right. So yeah, I'm not trading Invax. So we can watch, keep an eye on Adobe potentially, like a little sell setup here. It's coming down to that support area though, so I'd be mindful of that. Like I said, we're watching it. We're not jumping in anything yet. We need confirmation on all of these trades, so we're just watching them at the moment, just staying patient. Tesla's doing what we needed to do. I do not want to see it go higher here. I want to see a consolidation. So this consolidation we're getting is very, very nice. And you maybe consider it a pseudo 5-minute 3-bar play, but it's a little tough. Keep my eye on the old Tesla. Let's see. I'm gonna run it through my list real fast. Actually, see if it passes the threshold. So nope. Markets are pulling in pretty big right here. Actually, big sell off. So we'll see if Tesla has any strength. Yeah, but it's SPY and Q's at low of the day here. Rested. All right, guys. This thing actually does meet criteria. Let's see if the market. Well, that'll kind of determine it too. If the market ends up rolling over, because when I just did that test, I was assuming the market would kind of go a little bit higher here, but it doesn't look like that's the case at the moment. So if we can get the market to maybe help us out a little bit, then I'll consider the Tesla. But at the moment, I'm not going to take it. Markets are looking weak. I don't have anything on my short list really. This Adobe sell setup is, honestly, it's not a sell setup. You need two or more of these bars. We only got one, so not a sell setup on Adobe. Nike, you can consider watch Nike lower, but again, you're gonna need to really impress me with a better pattern there. UPS, pretty boring. Well, you could maybe watch this one too. Apple's not looking good. Facebook's not looking good. Yeah. I guess you can watch a few of these short ideas. Tesla's pulling in pretty good right here. The net. Net pulling back as it's a sloppy buy setup, so I'm not doing that. I'm not going to do that to myself, guys. I'm not going to get in anything that's subpar just to take a trade. I'm not doing it. I'm going to wait for one of these things to actually give me a high quality, high odds entry. And if it doesn't do that, then I'm just not going to trade anything, and that's okay. That is a-okay. It's been not a horrible week. I had one day, that Wednesday, where I lost like almost 3R. That was not a good day. Not a good day. But despite that, we're down 3R on the week, which puts us plus 3R on the month. So still having a positive month despite the down week. But I'm not going to do anything else that's going to jeopardize the 3R I made this month. It's not like it's a lot, but there's just no reason to rush into things. Still watching the Tesla. Tesla's probably my favorite idea, but now it's going to really need to impress me. gonna really need to come back up here, give me a nice consolidation, and then go. So we'll watch Tesla, but other than that, not a fan of much. All right, let's check. Let's check to see what the swing trades are doing. I suppose keep an eye on Tesla, but that is it. Check this out. So swing trades. So Ollie having a nice little green day. Dollar Tree. Maybe we'll finally get a breakout on Dollar Tree. This thing doing good volume. I can day trade it potentially. Not really, actually. I'll throw it on my list, but it's not looking too great. This PTCT chopping around. Microsoft moving a little bit lower. Hey, MDB, keep it going, baby. MDB's off to a nice start. The EW chopping around. And this boy chopping around as well. So, got out of DT today. Got that full 1 hour target. Scalped it out right before earnings. Got that one. Oh, we had VNT as well, didn't we? Entered this one today. I got into this VNT today as well, so it looks like it's off to a decent start. We're looking at light, Casey. Guys, Tesla's not looking too bad. I want to keep an eye on the Tesla. I'm going to check out this light for you real fast, Casey. Going short at 43, so nice downtrend, good stuff there. Short 43, stop loss 46, 45. So nice safe stop loss. Got some protection there. Right up here, target down to 37. A little bit of a wide target, but definitely, this thing doesn't have any support or anything holding it back. So, well, I guess it might get a little bit of support in this $40 area. That's the only area where you got, but 37 is right down in that pivot. So you might struggle a little bit to get 37, but that is a very weak stock and a nice downtrend. So looks good on that regard. Guys, Tesla, I'm gonna watch Tesla. I'm thinking high of the day. Give this thing a $2 stop. 177.29. $2 stop. 175.29. All right, need one. There we are. So Tesla's gonna go right here, isn't it? This is not what I'm not doing this though. I'm not gonna get in a breakout when it's 5 bars up. That's not a good breakout. Not on the 1 minute. I want to see this thing consolidate like it did here. So the fact that it just peekabooed over there is kind of annoying, but it is what it is. We're not going to rush into these things. Hola, amigo. I'm a swing wave. Honestly, I'm not going to lie. My Spanish is not up to date. I'm not fluent with Spanish. Let's see. What is that? Oh, you're new? Well, welcome. Welcome. You are new. Hello, come on. I don't know what this means. Hold on. One second. Let me translate for you real fast. How can I participate? I am new. Well, if you want to, how can I participate? I am new. How about that? What a good guy. If you want to if you're looking at any stocks, if you're watching any symbols or anything like that, you can type it into the chat log. I'm not. I wish I knew how to communicate with you better. My Spanish is not fluent. I'm sorry about that. But yeah, if you want a stock or something, a crypto, I don't know if you can even understand me. I'm not gonna lie, but if you can, welcome. I'm glad you are here. I really should learn a little bit of Spanish, just a little bit. I know a little. I guess I know a little bit, but I need need enough to make a conversation. To make like a very simple conversation, because I'm not there right now. I'm like, hola, bueno, Soy nuevo. I know what soy means. I think it means I. Nuevo, new. Participar, I guess that means participate. So I feel like I can pick it up pretty easily. Do we got any Spanish speaking members in the stream right now? And if you are, if you could help my guy, Hakeem Gravi, if you could help him out and maybe point him in the right direction of some Spanish. I mean, I don't even know if there's any Spanish speaking trading like stuff. I have to translate the professional trading strategies by live traders. If that was the thing, man, that would be the way to go. Build a trading plan. How do you say trading plan? That's one thing I guess I could tell them to do. Oh, how do I do this? Son of a gun. Plan day trading. Is that how you say it? That seems too simple. Build a plan day trading. Let's say build. I'm trying to help you out, man. Construir. All right, guys. I'm trying to help out my man for Garvey. There we go. There we go. All right. Now, all right. Screen options. I'm new to your stream. Do you have info on SPY? I want inputs on SPY direction. Well, what are you looking at? Are you looking at like a daily time frame? You're looking at an hourly, a minute, 5 minute. Your expectation kind of matters. So, I mean, if you're looking at the direction on the SPY for the next 20 years, 30 years, I'm going to say it's bullish. If you're looking at it for the next day, week, I'm leaning towards the bullish side. Don't know that for sure, but I mean 5 minute, 1 minute, this is a very choppy market. I mean, we're having basically an inside day with Wednesday's bar, so there's not a whole lot of direction here. And I think it's important. A lot of times traders know, or traders think that you tell somebody you're a trader and you're like, all right, well, which way is this stock going? It's like, well, you know what? If I knew for sure which way the SPY was going, I wouldn't be here talking to you. I'd be out there making options trades out my like every single day. Like I don't know, nobody knows where it's going. So to say like which way is it going? It's like I don't know. I can tell you my opinion. I can tell you why I think that, but I don't know. For the trading day, I'm leaning to the bullish side, just because based on the hourly chart, based on technical analysis. I mean, this is an area of support. We're coming down right into this area of support. As you can see, whenever we get to that area of support at 412.50, buyers are stepping up. We're getting engulfing bar. We're getting bottoming tails. So buyers are stepping up in that area. If we get back over high of the day, I think we have a bullish move, but we do have resistance at the 414. So you see where this is where sellers have been stepping up. So if we work through those sellers, well, then there looks like there's going to be more buyers and we're going to go higher. So billion. I don't know if the SPY is going to hit a billion today. That's kind of far out there. I don't know if the SPY is going to get up there. Guys, still kind of watching Tesla. It's getting a lot worse now. Net is getting ugly. CL ugly. Adobe. I mean, that Adobe sell setup was there. It definitely was. Don't get me wrong. But at that little over the 50% retracement, get in right there. You're gonna stop at high today, about 260 on the stop. You don't even need a big move. So I mean, it was there, but again, a little bit of support down there. So take it at your own risk, guys. I'm not seeing anything on my list, man. I'm I'm not seeing anything on my list. Yep, nothing. DLTR, but damn, it's thin. Damn, that thing is thin. So yeah, not doing that. And you're welcome, my man. And there's a million ways to trade, so as long as you guys are managing money properly, you do whatever you want. But that's the one thing you have to do. You can trade however you want. You can use any indicator, any technical analysis. I might not advise you to do all that, but you can. You can trade any way you want. But the one thing you cannot do is not practice proper money management. If you're not managing your risk and managing your money, it doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter if you're the greatest trader in the world. You will not make money. You have to manage it. Risk management, money management is the number one priority as a trader. So whatever your trading strategy is, whether you're using RSI or MACDs or Ichimoku cloud, whatever it is, just make sure you're managing your money and you know how much you're risking per trade. That's all I ask. I'm not saying you got to trade my way or you got to use candlestick analysis involved. I'm not saying any of that. All I'm saying is you got to do money management. That is non-negotiable. So whatever it is you're doing, whether you're trading options, Forex, whatever it is, just make sure you're managing that money, managing that risk. Because I mean, if you don't do that, then you're not going to have anything left to trade with, man. You got to have capital to trade with. And look at the SPY bouncing off the support right now. Look at it. Look at it. Beautiful. I don't know if I trust this thing to go all the way back to the high of the day, but it definitely could. Definitely could. Man, this is getting real boring, guys. Let's say we do have some fun. We'll play some Hangman. No? Anybody? Anybody? Oh, all right. All right. I'll keep it boring with you guys, and I'll only talk about stocks. Man, look at how weak this market is. Look at how weak it is. I thought we'd get a little more bullishness. Nice little gap up today. We didn't have any news. I guess we did have news at 9. Did that shake up the markets at all? Yeah, I guess it did a little bit. Got some volume in here. Got a nice red bar down, so. Oh, man. I'm not going to lie, guys. I might be calling it a day here in about 10 to 15 minutes. Like I said earlier, I just have not seen a damn thing on my list that even looks remotely good. Tesla was trying and it just gave it up. Net, nothing to do with it. CL needs to get over that resistance. I don't know if it's going to get there. The Adobe buy setup was the only thing that was not bad. And you're off to a decent start, over half an hour, but I mean, it's not a great trade. It definitely has its issues. Nike, nothing. UPS, nothing. Apple, nothing. Like this, kind of had this feeling going into today that this list is going to be tough to trade. We don't have a whole lot of ideas. Did not have a whole lot of big gapping stocks. Like look at this list compared to yesterday's list. Yesterday we had Amazon gapping up into a void. We had Google gapping up into a void. We had BE gapping down. Like we had some actual nice stuff yesterday. We had actual stocks gapping up or down into a nice void. We did not have that today. Some days you have a great list, some days you don't. That's part of trading. So, yep, there it is, guys. Looks like the credit spread's not going to hit either. I had a bull put on this thing. It's 416 by 415. Little bull put there on the SPY. Whenever we gapped up this morning, I was pretty confident we were going to hit that, but the way we're selling off now, man, I don't know about it. I don't know. Looks a little bit less likely. But, that credit spread, I don't know if you guys know anything about options and credit spreads and stuff, but credit spreads are a nice way to trade, especially if you have a small account or you're under the PDT rule, you can't day trade. You can do like some 1 day expiration type stuff with the SPY. So yeah, if you don't know about credit spreads, might be something to look into, especially if you are just starting out, you have a new account, or kind of small account under that PDT rule. So might want to look at, if you don't know about credit spreads, you can always join the Lang Trading Discord. I'm putting together something, teach people about credit spreads, putting together a little credit spread signal course. So if you want to know more, join that Discord. I will be in there as soon as I get off the stream here. I will be in that live voice channel in the Lang Trading Discord. So you can join with the link in the description below. Like I said, it is free, so you don't have anything to hurt you. I'm not going to hurt you by joining, so check it out. Come in there, chat it up. Maybe it'll be a little more interesting than just me looking at this garbage list. Garbage list, guys. Oh my goodness. Is Adobe going to get to target? That would make me happy. You need a little bit more out of Adobe. You need about 335.50. 335.50 for full target on the Adobe sell setup here. But it is coming into an area where looking like it might just bounce. Might just bounce at 336. A little congestion right here. So, oh man. Is the swing trade list rolling over too? Hopefully not. We're still making some progress here. Maybe not on Microsoft, but a few of these stocks still looking a little bit higher potentially. All right, guys. So yeah, I'm gonna be off here in probably 5 minutes. I mean, usually I like to stay on until like 10:30 at least, 10:45 maybe, but I mean, it's Friday. I don't have anything to trade. I mean, my list is junk. It was junk before we even came into today. So, yeah, just when it's a bad list like this, you don't need to be forcing stuff. Been saying it all morning. If it's not there, don't force it. And there is absolutely, unequivocally nothing here. Nothing here, man. Yeah, there ain't shit, man. All right, guys. If you guys have any last minute questions, comments, concerns, throw it up in the chat log. Otherwise, I am going to call it a day. Like I said a minute ago, I will be in the Discord voice channel right after I get off stream here. So if you guys want to chop it up in there, hang out for a little while, you're more than welcome to do so. Would love to see you in there. So definitely check that out. Yeah, man, I hope you guys did a good job of staying out of trouble today. If you did take a trade, I hope it met your plan, met your criteria, and you're not just trading out of boredom. It's just not profitable. So I don't see anything from my list to even tell you guys to watch. I mean, CL is about the only thing there. If CL gets up to this 81.80 area, keep an eye on it. But I mean, God, it's thin, guys. We're almost 45 minutes into the day, and this has only done 300,000 shares. So that's pretty thin. Pretty thin on the CL. So you're probably going to look to get some slippage if you do end up trading that. But all right. Well, this has been fun, guys. I enjoyed having you here. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys learned something. If not, well, there's always tomorrow or next week, I suppose. You guys got any big plans for the weekend? I do not. I'm hanging out. I don't know what I have this weekend, honestly. I don't really care. Yeah, so I'm gonna call it a day, guys. I'm just sitting on here twiddling my thumbs at this point. So Like I said, join the Discord. I will be in there right after this. Otherwise, have a great weekend. Make sure you guys make someone smile this weekend. Call your mom, call your dad, give them a hug, go do something special for them. So it's Mother's Day. Treat your mom right. But otherwise, have a great weekend, and I will see you back here bright and early Monday morning, 9:20 Eastern Time. See you guys then. Take care. Sounds good. Options. I will see you in there, my man.